It's hard to believe that it's been a full year since our last music minister retired. When Chris first left, we took a very slow and deliberate approach to how we were going to find our next music minister. After all, he had been here for 10 years. And so we wanted to take time to survey the church, to really get our finger on the pulse of who we are and what we're looking for, especially as we move into the future. We wanted to give some time to bring in some special guests and just take an opportunity to feel some things out and to make sure that we had a very specific plan with how we were going to proceed and what kind of person we were going to look for. It was about 2 months after that we finally put the advertisement out there, and we've utilized a number of different avenues, state conventions, national convention, different church employment sites, and we began to receive resumes at a trickle. None of them seemed to be exactly what we thought would be a good fit for Southside. All of them good people, good men and women, but none of them seemed to be what Southside needs to move forward. The wonderful blessing is that in the meantime, we have had such fantastic talent step in to lead our choir, to lead our praise team. There's not been 1 week in the past year that I have left a worship service thinking that was not the best we could do. I wish we had an announcement to make at this time, but that's not the case. A couple of months ago, we were just a few days short of announcing somebody as our next music minister, but he took himself out of consideration at the 11th hour. I know that Southside is a fantastic place to work. Our staff, our location, our facilities, and of course the people. The people really are the best people I have ever had the opportunity to serve. Not only that, we've got this Texas Rangers ball field, minor league ballpark being built just 2 blocks from our church. We've got $500 million going into downtown renovations all around us. Our location, which used to be a liability, is suddenly our greatest asset as we look to grow exponentially over the next 3 to 5 years. Right now, we are running between 230, 240 to around 280 to 300 in worship, depending on the day. We look to grow in the future, and I am convinced that this is going to be a place that the next music minister and this person's family will really flourish and prosper. I mean, look at our staff. Look at the length of time that people have worked here. Again, the last music minister was here for 10 years. Our current children's minister has been here more than 10 years. I've been here 13 years this December. The long tenures indicate that our church is healthy, our church is happy, and for somebody, this is going to be an incredible blessing, a place to serve, a place to thrive, a place to grow. Our next music minister has to be incredibly adept at technology, the sound system and media and all that goes with worship these days. Our next music minister has to be well versed in working with people of different ages. As under their purvey, we have the children's choir and of course the adult sanctuary choir and the praise team. Our next music minister has to be somebody who understands that music is not a part of the worship service, but it is something that encompasses everything that we do as a church body. We have had a few really good resumes that we knew if we pursued that candidate, we would be settling. We would be getting somebody that could do the job, but wouldn't necessarily be the best for Southside's future, especially if the next one stays here for 10 years. Every time I talk to Julie or George or the praise team or the choir, there is just this general understanding, this general sense that we don't need to settle. We really do need to look for the person that God has prepared for this church. I think there are a number of factors that go into why we haven't found our next music minister. I'm sure the economy has a lot to do with it. High interest rates. It's just not a good time to be moving locations if someone is coming in from outside of the community. But the bottom line is, I think that God has just been preparing that next person for us. I look forward to that day, and I hope it's real soon, when that person applies through our church website and we get really excited about a candidate who we know could very well be the person that God has to lead our music ministry.